Odette here, one of the media buyers with Merchant Mastery. Today I'm going to be walking you through the Snapchat ad platform and building out a campaign that converts for 2021. Let's get into it. So I'm starting in the Snapchat area for businesses, where I'm just going to give you a brief context around the Snapchat ad platform, and then I'll walk you through the back end of the Snapchat Ads Manager and then lead you to show you how to build out a campaign that converts. So here is where your business will go, and here is where you can click Create Ad, and it will lead you to fill out all your business information and bring you to the back end of the Snapchat Ads Manager. In here, you can also look into all the wonderful resources that Snapchat has regarding the platform and get tons of more information. But just to briefly touch on the platform itself, these are some of the main points that they highlight. On average, 265 million people use Snapchat every day. Snapchat reaches 75% of millennials and Gen Z. And on average, Snapchatters spend over 30 minutes on Snapchat every day. From experience, guys, this platform is only evolving and is definitely one that's going to continue in 2021, and you're definitely going to want to test out this platform to see if it fits for you. From clothing stores to food industries to jewelry, from low price points to high price points, I have seen amazing results on Snapchat ads, and frankly, I think you'll be quite surprised. Here is just one of Snapchat's blogs that they recently just wrote that talk about how powerful Snapchatters are. They say Snapchatters hold a whopping 4.4 trillion in global spending power. So definitely make sure to check out some of these blogs and their resources, as they are very informative of the people that are on this platform. So with that said, we will just jump into it and get into the Snapchat Ads Manager. So this is the back end of the Snapchat Ads Manager. This is the area where you will be most of the time. This is where you build out your campaigns, and we'll be looking at data. This is a test account called Love Catnip that I will be using for the purpose to show you the platform and build out the campaigns. Something else to note about Snapchat: because it is a relatively new ad platform, they are always offering credit. So when you spend, they are willing to give you back money to spend as well. This is a really great incentive for businesses and advertisers just wanting to test the platform and see if it is for them. So you'll go over here and you will click on the Manage Ads drop down. Then you will be given a bunch of different options that you can see here. I'll start here in business. This area is where you will fill out all your business details, put in your information. You can also add different members to the account, for example, as an organization admin and whatever role you would like the person to play, as well as filling out any of your billing information. I will move over here to the Events Manager. This is where you'd want to go to connect your pixel and make sure that your events are firing correctly. Is what your Events Manager will look like. If it is blank, it will lead you to set up your pixel, which is very simple. For this video, I'm not going to go over that, but we will have the resources in the description. But you'll just click set up your pixel, and for example, if you're with a Shopify store, it's very simple and super easy to connect. Once it's connected, you will see that events will start firing, and you can make sure that all the events are firing correctly in this area. After you have set up your pixel and your events are firing correctly, you can then go into the audience section to create and build out all your audiences. This is the Audience Manager. As you can see, we have some audiences in here. Because this is a new account, that it doesn't have all of the audiences you will need. So after you go and set up your pixel and your events are firing, jump into here into your audiences and just build out all the audiences you can so that they can begin to populate and you can use them in campaigns. So you'll click into here and click New Audience, and you'll have the choice of Custom Audience, Lookalike, and Saved Audience. So you'll go into Custom Audience and you'll have the choices of doing a customer list like your Shopify or email list, website events like add to carts, view content, mobile app events, as well as ad engagement custom audiences. For website events, you'll click into here. You can name your audience. For this one, I'll do purchasers. You can see the different type of events that you can have. So I might do purchasers. And what is great about Snapchat, it lets you go as far as 395 days. And then I'll create that audience. And you can click and do the other ones such as add to cart, pages viewed, saves, and make custom audiences built off this, and then change the retention in days. So for this one, you can do 395, which would be good to then turn it into a lookalike audience, as well as shorter durations such as 30, 60, and 90 day durations. And then using the 30 days, which you will most likely want to use in your retargeting. You can also do ad engagement. So people who swiped up on an image or video ad, opened a story ad, completed a top snap video ad, so different kinds of engagement audiences. You can choose if you want it in this ad account, specific campaign, or a specific ad set. And then you can name your audience and create that, in which you can then use it as a lookalike audience in the future. So you'll want to build out all of those audiences for your customer list, website events, as well as engagement events. After those are all built out, you can begin to make lookalike audiences based off your custom audiences, and you would create lookalike audience. Here is where you would click your custom audience that you want to use. So for example, we might want to use page visitors 395 days. We choose our location of our target market, and then unlike Facebook, Snapchat only allows you to choose 3 options for your lookalike size. So Facebook has 1 to 10%, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whereas Snapchat only gives you 3 options. So similarity would be like your 1% on Facebook, balance would be like your 5% on Facebook, and reach would be like your 10% on Facebook. Generally, the best results I see are with your similarity and balance. However, I recommend testing all 3 lookalike types. So we might want to choose our page viewers, 395 days, our similarity lookalike type, and then we'd want to name it. I always like to put 1% as well because it just reminds me and connects with the Facebook. And then I would hit create. You'd want to do that and build out as many lookalikes as you can with all your custom audiences. So after your audiences have all been set up, you can then go and connect your catalog. You can also do this after you set up your pixel. It's whatever you prefer. This is your catalog manager. So this is where you will be able to connect to your catalog from your Shopify and run different kinds of creatives with it. After your catalogs have been set up, all of your assets should be properly connected, and you can start diving into your creative. Snapchat is great with their creative and making it very user-friendly. So we'll start in the creative library. This is your creative library where you can house all of your creative and make them before you even put them in the campaign. And that's actually the way I prefer. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be going over Snapchat Creative. That will be a future video, so stay tuned for that. But how you would create a new creative, you would just click New Creative, and this is what it will look like. And you have these different options, which I will be talking about later. So this is the area that will house all those great creatives that you make. Area under creative will be create video area. This is the Snap Publisher where you can create your videos for your Snapchat ads. You can design them from scratch. You can use a customized video template that Snapchat offers, and you can also convert your videos to vertical if you don't have the right file size. This is definitely a unique point about Snapchat that allows you to get super creative for your ads. So in creative, you also have create AR lens and create filter. If you have the skills on your team, definitely take a peek in here and get going on some of these fun AR features. So now we will hop into making our campaigns, and I will talk about our audience insights after our campaigns have been made. We're back in our main dashboard in our Snapchat Ads Manager. For time purposes, I'm just going to walk you through how to make one audience and the ads for that. So I'm going to make a 1% lookalike audience off our page viewers. However, if you are just starting with Snapchat ads, I recommend building out 1% lookalikes off some of your strong custom audiences, as well as a 5% lookalike, so that being the balanced, and as well as an open audience and maybe some interest groups. That is a great place for you to start for your audiences for Snapchat. So we'll just get into creating out this campaign. Lead you to a page that looks like this. You'll have the option to choose Instant Create or Advanced Create. If you're an absolute beginner at Snapchat ads and advertising in general, you may want to choose Instant Create. It will instantly create an ad for you. However, you won't get as great as results as the Advanced Create. So for this video, we are going to choose Advanced Create. This is where you will build out your audiences. This is where you'll name your audience name. I usually do that at the end. You'll make sure your Snap Pixel is on. I don't have an app, so this is off. For my ad format, I recommend starting out with a single image or video. I've had the best results with this, but as you get more advanced, you can definitely experiment with other formats. For placements, I would recommend having this as automatic, as I've seen the best results here with automatic placements, but you can also experiment with editing those placements within Snapchat. For this account, our target demographic is in Canada, so I will leave that like this. Our demographic is 18 plus, but you can also lower the age and raise it. For genders, this account would be all. I've seen the best results with just leaving it to English for the language, so I'm going to leave that. Here is where you can build out your audiences. So if you're creating your interest group, this is where you would select your categories for that. Snapchat is very, very good at laying out how they allow you to choose your interest groups, so it gets super in depth and you can play around and look at each one of them. So for fitness, there's cycling enthusiasts, running enthusiasts, do-it-yourselfers, clubbers and party people under lifestyle. So there's a lot to choose from and look at. So for this example, I would want to choose something that's related to pets and maybe some other things related to my target market demographic. So I would probably choose something like this. For this example, I'm just going to go and choose a lookalike. Also, something to note when you are choosing your interest audiences, I usually leave this on, as I've had better results by leaving it on. In here, you can click your custom audiences and lookalike audiences. So for this one, I will use a 1%. And something to be aware of is when you're seeing this audience size, the broader you go on Snapchat, the more likely you're going to get better results. That's just based off my experience and what I would recommend. So for this, a 1%, I can see it's quite small and it's not going to be probably ready to get the best results. So I may want to swap this out with something bigger, like a reach, so a 10%. So that looks a lot better. And this could be even small for Snapchat, but I would start with something like this. And then I may want to exclude purchasers so that I'm only getting new people. I can see that it's not in the list, so I'm just going to leave that for now. And then I will scroll down. I recommend starting broad and just leaving these on all. Here is where you will pick your budget and your bidding structure. So for budget, I recommend at least starting with $20, as that is the lowest I think you can even go. And then you will get it to start immediately. For your goal, you'll definitely want to pick pixel purchase. However, note that if you are a new account and you have no data yet, sometimes you won't get to pick that goal yet and you'll only have the swipe up option. So as soon as you get that pixel purchase option, definitely switch the goal to pixel purchase. Same thing goes with bid. If you don't have enough data, if Snapchat doesn't have enough data yet, you won't get the option to choose target cost and only have auto bid. And as soon as you have enough data, you'll definitely want to switch to the target cost. as that will give you better results. So for target costs, it is the cost per action, just like Facebook has. So for example, if you have a product that's $30, I may only want to say $10 per pixel purchase. Am I willing to bid? And so for this, as you get more advanced, you can play around with raising this and lowering this, as well as playing with max bid. But for now, we'll leave it looking like this, and I'll leave my third party tagging empty, and you'll click next. Here is where you can build out your ads. You can build them right out here. However, I prefer building them in my creative library because I have more control, and then loading them in here. So I recommend for each audience having at least 3 ads to start testing with. And you'll simply just pull them in like this. And then once you have your ads in here, you'll click next. And this is where it will show you exactly what you did, so that you can make sure that you made no mistakes before you publish your campaign. So right here, I see that I didn't name my ad set, so I might want to edit my ad set and just properly name it. So we did the 10% lookalike, and that was the page views 30 days. And then I'll click next. Next. Make sure everything is checked properly. Everything's good to go. And then I will publish my campaign. Awesome. My campaign has been launched. I will click Manage Campaign. So your campaign will now be live. And I'm just going to turn it off because that was just a test example. So for retargeting, you're going to pretty much walk through the exact same steps. And you will start with what you have and what you can start with based on the data that Snapchat has. So for example, I will have my page viewers 30 days, and I'll exclude my purchasers, and I may set my budget a bit smaller, for example, like a $10 budget, and lower my target cost and adjust that as I see results. The last area that is amazing and is so cool that Snapchat does is looking at the insights of your campaign after it has been running for a bit to get some data. And this is the View Insights area. So this is the View Insights area, which allows you to look at the insights related to the campaigns you're running. This is such a cool area that Snapchat has made, and I absolutely love it, and it's definitely going to help you get way more particular in your targeting for your audiences going forward. So for this one conversion that just launched, you can see that some of the insights here. So it looks like males 18 to 20 and males 25 to 34 are the ones that are getting a lot of the impressions. And here is where you can alter the different objectives that you want to look at. So if you had purchases here, you definitely want to click that and look at the insights there. For this example, I'll just click pages viewed. So I can see that in our campaigns, people who are viewing our actual pages on our site are males within the 25 to 34 age range, and their interests are film and TV fans, meme watchers, and sports fans. I think this is so great that Snapchat lays it out like this because it's so user-friendly. You can even go and look at each one separately and check out the devices. So for this campaign, it looks like most people are coming from Apple and then Samsung for the people who are viewing our pages the most. Audience insights are definitely something you want to be looking at when you're running Snapchat campaigns. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are looking to scale your e-commerce brand online, make sure you check out our Merchant Mastery courses in the description below.